everyone, welcome back to a new video. So I want to pour flowers, and here I'm using a mica powder. It's the Golden Beach from Petra Jongbloed. There's a bonbon from Petra Jongbloed, and I mixed some coffee and I mixed them with the pigment drops in red, in blue, in yellow and black. So I'm starting here with my pigment drop mix, and I'm using the Mastercast resin. It's a 1-to-1 resin and it's from high viscosity. I mixed my resin, I mixed my colors, and then I started pouring. Knowing already about the result, I would maybe wait 10 minutes or something like this, just that the resin can thicken up a little bit more. But you will see the end result, very soon. So I'm pouring my coffee mix into the hexagon cascade mold from MoldsandShapes, and you see I just try to follow the hexagon shape in a hexagon spiral. And yeah, I'm taking my time to pour my spiral. I made the video a little bit faster, double as fast as my actually pour, so it doesn't take so long, because I guess you guys know how to make a spiral. With my last coaster here, the design will be slightly different, because almost every time with all the pigments I ran a little bit out of the color. You see, it's sometimes really always the last one where you don't have enough, but it will still work. You will see it at the end. So my second color is the bonbon, and I really like it. It's a sort of, I don't know what color, a little bit like, you don't say aubergine, don't you? Do you? Yeah, it's such a color, and it's very beautiful. It also has a little bit of a color shift to it. I find it like an interference color, and I really adore it. I didn't use it for quite a while, so I thought just try to use it and see how this color is gonna turn out. So with this color I actually still had enough, but then my next color you will see very soon is the Golden Beach, also mica powder. Here I just go over quickly with the torch, and here's the Golden Beach, also very awesome color. It's like a champagne beige color, and I'm also pouring the spiral. It's very beautiful. So, and this I'm doing for all the 4 coasters, and you will see in a second that for my last coaster it there won't be enough, but then I take a little bit more of the bonbon so I can fill up my mold, so everything is till the rim. With the Cascade mold, I just filled up my mold up to the second step, and the last step is gonna be for my background, because I plan to do a little background. This I'm doing off camera, I can already tell you, because I just do a crackle effect, and I think, you know, you saw me so many times doing the crackle effect in the background, so I thought I can do this off camera, and I was using leftover resin from a different pour. So anyway, I have done my spirals, and now I just create my design, and I'm going with my stick from the outside to the inside where the tips of the hexagon mold is. You see it there. And then I just make a swirl in the center. So this one is gonna stay like this. The next one I'm gonna do the same, but I start from where the straight parts of the hexagon mold are, and then I'm doing a swirl. And then I'm doing exactly the same for the next one. I also go from the tips to the inside, and then later I will pull my stick from the inside to the outside where the straight lines are. You see it there. So I just wanted to see how different the design is going to be looking, because it's practically the same thing you're always doing, but depending on where you start dragging your dotting tool through, it gives a different design. So here it's now, in the middle of the straight lines, and then where the tips are, I'm dragging my dotting tool to the outside again where the tips are. So I'm very curious how these are gonna work out. Also with the different time, because when you start pouring with one coaster and then you are at the end with the last coaster, there's mainly like 5 minutes gone. And the different times the resin is thickening up, and I'm very curious. So anyway, so this is a close-up, and it's always like this. When you start pouring, everything looks so perfect, and sometimes you wished resin just stopped moving. But resin has its own head, resin has its working time, so of course it doesn't stay like this. But so far, so good. I'm quite happy, and I really adore those Cascade molds, and I cannot wait to pour into the new molds from MoldsandShapes, but this will come very soon. Anyway, this is now the background. It looks a little bit weird, but like I said, I used leftover resin, so I had some colors mixed, and I thought, yeah, they will probably work with the colors I poured, even though it doesn't look like this at the moment, but yeah. Anyway, let's have a look how it's looking. So this is the first one. And look at this. I really love this one. Okay, there's this little pinkish at the side. And what I find interesting is that the Golden Beach and the coffee, which I mixed, made this green shade, but it almost looks like the Mamba green from Etter Art, or similar to the bottle green from Octopus Fluids from the resin inks. So this is second coaster. I don't like this one so much. I like the first one more, but of course it's always a matter of preference. Then the third one, that's one where I dragged the dotting tool also to the outside. And this actually is my favorite one. I really love this. I also love the center, even though you don't see much of the swirl, but I really love this. You see it later in the close-up much better. And this is the last one where I ran out of the Golden Beach, and I also love this one a lot. So the last two are really my favorites, and I wonder what you think. You will see it in a second, also with the background. So now you see the background also better, and I think it's looking gorgeous. So this is the first one I demolded. And then there comes the second one, and I think then I got a little bit mixed up, but I just wonder what you are thinking of them. And yeah, it's always a challenge just working with mica powders. With metal powders, it's a different story, but with mica powders, it's always a challenge. I love the background, by the way, and I'm glad it's matching. Okay. With this and with the last two coasters, I love and leave you. I thank you for watching, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.